Greetings. I'm George Boston Rhines. I'm located in Valdosta, Georgia. I'm also the man behind the videos with the Get Two Free Press. And before then, I was on radio for 15, 20 years. Been an activist since 1975. Now, you who watch this particular video, I want to say to you all that normally I don't respond to bogus satanic letters that I get in the mail. In most cases, I don't even open them. I just take them to burn them up and read the 35th Psalm over them. But I'll make an exception today because we have this coronavirus in our community. And I understand there's a lot of hurting people out there. So today I'm going to talk to you about this letter I just received, got it out of the mail. No return address on it. It was stamped in Tallahassee. So that means that the person that wrote this is probably in Lowndes County or Thomas County. I think it's Thomas County. I do not know this person. I really could care less who wrote it. But it says, "Hey George, long time no see. I watch your reporting from cities of G.B.R, Gorgon, supposed to be Gorgon, Georgia, Douglas and Meigs for 7 months on YouTube. I haven't seen anything recently. What is wrong? Have you finally seen the problem you were reporting happened to be the attitude, ability of the job elected to do? Or fact pure out racism clouded their vision?" Well, I'm not going to get into the content of the letter because there really is no content. They seem to talk about the mayor of Gordon, Mary Ann Whipperloo, and her inability to conduct meetings according to Robert's Rules of Order, etc., etc., etc. They also addressed the fact that people did not know how to carry out meetings, and one thing and then another in this letter. But one thing they never talked about, and what they never talked about, is how there's a white pattern in practice from the Madison, Florida 9 to the Quitman 10+2 to Meigs, Linda Harris, from there to Camilla, Georgia with Rufus Davis, and from there to Lumpkin, Georgia with Charles Gibson, from there to Dawson, Georgia, who was shot 6 times and left in the yard for dead, and from there to Clayton County, Georgia, where the black guy presented his case to the Secretary of State, Brian P. Kemp. Also moving over to Gordon, Georgia, with Mary Ann Whipperloo, the lady who made history by being the first female mayor, the first black mayor, and the first black female mayor ever, the first black mayor ever in the history of that city. Then they didn't address the fact that I talked about Warrenton, Georgia, where they tried to run that black man out of office. Davisboro, Georgia, Nichols, Georgia, where $750,000 was missing. Let me backtrack to Gordon. They didn't talk about the $1.5 million there in Gordon, Georgia, that was never accounted for before Mary Ann Whipperloo became mayor. And it was the white folk there in that little town that told the black lady, "So you better get a handle on the finances because they've been taking the money. And if you don't get a handle on it, these people are going to indict you because somebody been taking the money." And since she did not win her second term as mayor, as far as I know and what people are telling me, nobody's even trying to account for that $1.5 million or the 19 banking accounts in a town with less than 3,000 people. Now, they didn't address none of those things in this letter, but they addressed things such as little small things trying to cast a shadow. Now, and another thing, let me get to this. They didn't put the name on the letter, so we don't know who in heaven we're talking about. But I'm sure it's a great Christian person that wrote this letter. But ever since I've been doing civil rights work since March of 1975, every piece of document, every video that I do, you know who did it because I put my name on it. My grandmama, I had a black grandmama, by the way. She was just like me. And my black grandmama always told me, say, when you do something, put your name on it. Put your address on it. Give them your telephone number so they'll know how to contact you. This is what God did to prophets, priests, and kings who traveled that great line of holy divine. And even in the book of Revelation, after Jesus left and John the Revelator was taken on the Isle of Patmos, God gave him a pen and told him to write. And he began to write. But then it came to a point, God told John, say, put the pen up, John, and don't write no more. Well, these people today, God didn't tell them for them not to sign their name on the paper, but the devil in his satanic circles of dealing with the stars of the fallen one work. And we're going to say to you that I don't have time to read letters such as this. I got letters I have here. I put them in the shed. Some of them I don't even open. But the one I thought I would open this today, no telephone number, no name. I guess it came from the devil himself, because I was taught that this is the way the devil do. The devil never signed nothing. He'll write all kind of scriptures and books and stuff, but he never signed his name to it. But you all know me. I'd never say nothing in the dark that I'm not willing to say in the light. And I don't say nothing in the light that I'm not willing to face in the dark. And so y'all know me. I'm not going to get into the specifics of this letter, but I just want you all to know that just like the district attorney up there in Ware County, who said I was a uncertified news media organization. Well, just imagine, I can eat that all up if I wanted to, but I'm not going to deal with that right now, because there's a lot of things that people do and try to rise up against me, and I don't even publicize it because it really have no purpose. I'm doing this today because, like I say, they have the coronavirus out there, and a lot of people are suffering. They don't know what to do, so I figured they just wrote this letter here and typed it up, and I wish there's so many errors in it. You know what I'm going to do? I am going to take this letter, in fact, and I'm going to take pictures of the envelope, and I'm going to make a video out of it. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I want you all to see what wicked people do. Yeah, I think this is what I need to do. I'm going to do that. I may add this video to it, and then I'm going to put the content of this letter. I'm going to put it on my YouTube channel, because I want you all to see that as long as you just go to church and don't get involved in nothing, never get on any controversial issues, just go along and hate people and speak venom. But when you come down the center and you stand up for these people who can't get nobody, the news media, to even publish their stories. And so when they call me, unlike the certified newspaper, Mr. Barnhill, unlike your certified newspapers, when they call them, they don't come. But when they call me, I go. And when I go, I let everybody know that I'm in town. And I put the videos on YouTube so you can see them. And let me show you how people lie. Let me show you how people lie. Well, I ain't gonna call them, I won't say that. I'll say what the letter say. Here's what the letter say. I have not seen any reporting for 2018, 2019, and 2020 on YouTube. Now, I'm not gonna call him a liar. Y'all, I just like dealing in the truth, y'all. Because I want y'all to know the devil when you meet him, because a lot of people don't know him. And so I want you to know, you all who've been following my channel, you know I have not quit on nothing. But here's what it say. Watch this. Are you not covering Gordon, Quitman, Douglas, Meggs anymore? I have not seen any reporting from 2018, 2019, and 2020 on YouTube. In the last part, check this. I have heard Meggs is having very interesting meetings. They have become so efficient. They have discovered this. I'm not going to get into that. It ain't worth talking about. But I'm just going to say to you all that if you decide to stand up in life as a real human being, you can expect wicked people to come out and do this type of work. In fact, now you know what I'm going to do with this letter, in case you all don't know. Let me tell you what I'm going to do with this letter. I'm going to take this letter, as I see it, and put it on YouTube. But not only that, all the bogus letters, the one that I was threatened, I don't mention them, I got them all. I save them. I archive them. So when I write my book, I'm already writing 2 books. I got 1 published already. A lot of this is going to be in my book that I write. Because the Bible says if you bold enough to write it, then you ought to be bold enough to back it up. And I have a friend of mine who was also involved in fingerprinting. So I may send it to, I got a couple of circles, so I don't know what I'm going to do with it. But y'all just have a good day, and I'm just sitting here working in my yard since Miss Corona is out here, and I'm just chilling. I don't have nothing to do. I retired some time ago, and I sit home and read, go in the backyard, talk to the birds, look at the university of the ant, the university of the squirrels, the university of the grass, and try to get something in my ignorant head. So when people send me letters like this, I have a little something to share with y'all. Look here, y'all have a nice day. May God bless you. And I want to say to Doretha Whipple, be sure to tell the mayor of Gordon, since you're tuning in here, tell Mayor Ann Whipple that somebody is talking about her, and that we don't worry about that, because this is what they're supposed to do. They took her through hell and low water on the backside of heaven. They tried to destroy her reputation. They tried to put her in the hospital, and her husband did die from the stress. But in the end, we know that the God of our ancestors will win in the end. You can run, but you can't get away. And so all I can say, black people, black people, black people, don't you ever do what these white people do to you. And these black Uncle Toms and Aunt Jane, don't even worry about them. God has always fought our battles, and you do not have to do what they do. You do not have to stoop. You don't have to get under the tree roots, and you don't have to get on top of the tree. All you have to do is stand for what is truth and justice. And when you leave here, even when you die, your spirit will be recycled. And these same wicked folk will have to deal with your spirit all over again. You can run, but you cannot hide. And this is why I believe in the black God and the black Jesus. I used to believe in the white Jesus. I'm talking the white Jesus we used to have in the black churches. But most of us took him down.